Hello, my name is Gloria J. York, and I am a Master Tarot Reader for over 25 years and a spiritual channeler since birth. Welcome to my new channel. This channel is a bit different from some of the other tarot readers that you may visit, being that as a spiritual channeler, as I said, since birth, I hear the voices of the spirits and they enlighten me as to what the tarot cards are saying in giving a message specifically for you. So it doesn't matter what your sun sign is, or your rising, or your moon, if it's all within this one astrological sign, there will be a message here for you, even though this is a general reading, reaching thousands and thousands of people. And again, I thank you. So today, we are going to examine the messages that are sent to us for the sign of Capricorn. It'll be from February 13th to March 13th. And as we know, time is fluid, so it may run over till the end of March, even the first couple weeks of April. That's just the way it is whenever messages are sent. Because as you know, in the other dimension where the spirits are, time really has no meaning in relevance to our time. But yet, the messages are important for you to hear and receive. They are either guiding you, enlightening you, or warning you. So, let's begin with the sign of Capricorn. Now, I see presently we have here the Four of Swords. And that tells me that from Spirit is saying that you have been so busy, you have been tremendously stressed, and you need to rest. You really need to rest. Because every day you are wearing yourself down more and more. It's either mental stress or physical or both. So take this opportunity to start to get at least 8 to 9 hours of sleep at night, whatever it takes to get it. And as you know, there are several CDs that are out that could give you music that relaxes you and puts you to sleep, or a thunderstorm with lightning and thunder, anything that will relax you, or get a massage, or go to the gym and really work it out. But let's get rid of this stress that is building up inside of you so that your body could get some more rest. What's challenging that, and it really isn't a challenge, but it is something that actually complements the need for the rest, and that is a celebration that is coming. You have a celebration regarding a partnership that's going to form with a couple other people. Maybe you're going to sign some sort of a contract. Something is coming to a finalization, and you're going to have cause to raise your glass and celebrate and dance and be happy. So you do have good news coming from all this work and energy that you have been putting forth. In the distant past, and that means within the past 5-6 months, maybe this past year, we have the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is a card of heartache. And Spirit is telling me that someone has broken your heart. Someone has disappointed you within this past so many months or this past year. They have let you down. They have said they were going to do one thing and they have done another. Whatever it is, the situation is now over or coming to a close. But that disappointment and that hurt is there. And so that is something that you'll have to give time for your heart to mend in that regard. Could be a friendship where there was an argument and strong words were spoken. And once you speak words, as you know, you cannot take them back. So be very careful with what you say, even when you are angry. And I know that's very hard for all of us to do. In the distant past, talking 2, 3, 5, 10 years even, you have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is someone who's thinking about past loves, thinking about past relationships. Where did I go wrong? Where did all of it go wrong? And so you're pondering on this, and you're hoping that you don't repeat the same mistakes again. And that's a good thing. And that's the only good thing that could come from reliving the past. Because the past was put there to teach you right and teach you wrong. And so maybe you failed at a couple of relationships, or a couple of relationships failed you. Learn from those mistakes, because Spirit is sending you, and maybe already has sent you, another love. And this love is the final love. This love is the love that you were meant to be with all along. So that's a beautiful thing to know. Now, as we look to your destiny, Spirit is pointing out that we have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands tells us, first of all, that you're going to be thinking about a trip that will take you over water because you need to relax. You're looking for a calmer situation. And so the Two of Wands relates obviously to the stress and everything that comes with work. And you're actually thinking, with all the work that I've done, with all of the hours that I put in, I really need to get away. And you're wondering too, when is my ship coming in? When is it my turn to relax and reap the rewards from all that I have done? From the 6th card to the 10th card, we now look at the future. And that's something everyone's interested in. The 6th card here is the 5 of Swords. Now, Swords offers a couple different meanings. One side of the sword, you've heard the saying, double-edged sword. One side of the sword actually highlights your intelligence, what you've learned. And the other part of the sword goes in quickly and cuts deeply. And so as we look at the 5 of Swords, Spirit is saying for you, Capricorn, with all the work that you've been putting in and all the challenges that you've been meeting with, you have won several battles. You can be very proud of yourself. You have risen above, come up with the solutions, and things are in motion. But there are a couple more battles left to fight. And that is something you're going to face not only this coming month of February, March, but you're going to face it throughout this year. You'll face it, you'll overcome it, and you'll be victorious. The 7th card in this position tells us about what you might fear. And we have here the Knight of Wands. So once again, we are seeing the wands because we saw the wands in the destiny. And this is the Knight of Wands. The Knight is telling us a message is coming to you. Usually the wands dictate through creativity, things you're working on, a project, definitely career and job. So in either regard of that, You do have a message that's coming to you. It may be a phone call, an email, or a letter. It's not going to be a text because it's something that is important. And this important message is on its way to you. Perhaps somebody might even knock at your door with this particular message. And it's possible that when they do, they might have something in their hand for you to sign. Spirit is saying. Could be a contract. Could be an agreement. And so just know that it is going to be coming to you. Now, in the 8th position, this position revolves around your family, your friends, your colleagues, your workers, your neighbors, so that your circle, the cluster that's always around you, that you trust, that you consider friends and or family. And you have the Hanged Man here. The Hanged Man denotes having one foot in the past and one foot in the present. And yet you desperately want to get to the future. And so Spirit is saying, in order to do that, in order to take that step, to take that action, you've got to get that foot out of the past. Whatever is in the past that's going through your mind or through your physical home or your job, something in the past has got a hold on you, and you've got to let it go. You've got to let it go, or get rid of it, or declutter, whatever it takes, so that you can move forward. Because you want to move forward to a new life, a new career. You're not happy with where you're at, and you definitely want to make a change. And so, again, to make a change, you've got to take action and declutter, mentally, emotionally, physically. In the 9th position, which tells what you hope for, you wish for, what you're wishing for, what you're praying for, you have the Moon. Now the Moon is very emotional. The Moon evokes the emotions out of us. So you'll be doing maybe a lot more crying than you usually do. You'll cry more easily over something that you're thinking about, that used to be, that you're hoping will be. And in addition to that, the Moon also hides some secrets. So it's telling me, as Spirit is explaining, you may be keeping a secret from someone, or someone may be keeping a secret from you. So only you know what that message is sent for, and you know who it relates to. So at this point, with the Moon and you being emotional, you maybe don't have all the facts. Someone has held something back from you. And you need to dig to find out what it is that you don't know. Don't be so quick to jump and leap and say, oh yeah, this is what I want. This is what I've always wanted. This is perfect. Oh, everything is great. Have that in the back of your mind, that you don't know the entire story yet. And so ask questions. Ask lots of questions to the point that the person you're talking to says, okay, I'll put all the cards on the table. This is really the way it is. I was hiding this from you. I didn't think you needed to know that. I thought this would hurt you. You say, no, you want to hear everything. The final card, which is the final outcome, we have the Five of Wands. 5 is always about some sort of conflict, change. And the Wands, here we go again, the Wands are about usually the job. Something creative you're working on, a creative project or whatever. And so it's telling you there's going to be disagreements. Someone isn't agreeing with you totally. And it's frustrating you and aggravating you. But that's the way it is. And you have to work through these aggravations and arguments and who has various opinions so that you clear the playing field. And things can now then move forward and get accomplished. So you've got some challenges coming there. As we mentioned in the 6th card with the 5 of Swords, and now you have the 5 of Wands. And so get ready to meet these challenges, because this month, especially February, March, is not going to be as smooth as you hoped it would be. But you know what? You're setting up for something good. You're setting up that, as the 2 of Wands says, which was your destiny, you're getting out of the rough waters and looking to sail on smooth, calm waters. In life, we always have to go through the fire before we can get to the cool, cool water that we seek. So you can handle this. You can handle it. Just be warned. Be ready. I always pull an extra card. It's just my way. And your card is the 10 of Swords. Excuse me. So the 10 of Swords is a card that usually shows depression. And Spirit is saying that some people have disappointed you. And as we saw in the 3 of Swords, that heartbreak we talked about. And here it's showing up in the future as the 10 of Swords. Heartbreak, someone talking behind your back, someone stabbing you in the back, someone not telling you the truth, which might relate to the secrets. But the good thing about the 10 of Swords is that period now is over. Yes, you've completed going through the fire. These people cannot hurt you anymore. They will not be able to hurt you anymore. There is here a completion of working hard, being deceived, bouncing back, and saying, hey, I don't need to take this anymore. I don't need to be in your circle anymore. I don't need to have you as a friend anymore because I know that you're not. And so you are totally schooled. You are wise. You won't have to face that anymore. That's the good news. Now your underlying card on the bottom of the deck was the 4 of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is simply saying that you have to watch your money. You've been spending a lot of money. And so now you realize, now that the holidays are over with and maybe Valentine's Day is bought for tomorrow, whatever it is, you're holding on to your money real tight now, almost like a miser. And you're saying, I've got to stop the spending, because if I don't, I'm not going to have enough. So now you're thinking about every penny, every dollar you spend. And that's a good thing. And you should do that, because there's only so much for each particular item or project that you should spend. And you have to balance things out in a plan. And so that's understandable that you would feel that you have to hold on to your pennies at this point and think twice before you decide to spend some more dollars. Think twice. And always get 3 bids. Okay, let's take a look at our archangels. Our archangels are always watching over us. And as you know, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raphael stand at the throne of Father God and Jesus. And so they are always there. Archangel Michael protects us. Archangel Gabriel sends us messages. And Archangel Raphael heals us. So, in addition to those 3 archangels, there are several more. There are hundreds more. And we know only about 15 to 20 of them. But there's so many more archangels. And we have the angels, and the cherubims, and the seraphims, and the archangels. So with these cards here, let's take a look at what the archangels, what messages do they have for you, Capricorn? And we'll take the archangel message at the top of the deck and also at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so here we go. Bottom of the deck and top of the deck. Okay, the first message is from Archangel Zadkiel. Keep an open mind and learn new ideas. Then teach these ideas to others. You know, Capricorn, you really attack a project slowly and completely. And you do not stop until you complete what you set out to do. You are so goal-oriented. And we other signs admire you so much, because once you have a goal, you just plunge through until it's achieved. And so, as Archangel Zadkiel is saying, teach others to be like you. Teach others to follow through. Because so many times, other signs get halfway there and then they give up. But not you. From Archangel Metatron, he says, prioritize. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. So, Spirit is saying, get your rest so that you have the energy to handle the task at hand, because you do have a task or tasks that are priority and they're draining you. So you need to have good health first in order to achieve them. You've got a vacation coming that you're going to be planning this year, without a doubt. You want to get away. You need to get away and relax. And that's a very good thing. You might get a bit emotional because you're thinking so many things and you want things to get done properly, and they will. And they definitely will. You have a message coming to you in regards to work or some creative project that you're working on, and it's a good message. As I said, Could be a letter, could be a phone call, could be an email, or someone could just knock at your door with a paper for you to sign. Accept the few challenges that yet you have to meet. And that's okay. And know that you've really grown. You've really grown over these last couple of years. Well, I thank you so much for being with me today. And if you enjoyed it, I ask you please to click on the like button and do share it with your friends and family. And I certainly hope that you will subscribe so that you learn and you hear about whenever I post other astrological postings. And I will be doing that on a consistent basis. So check in with me about your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. They mean a lot. They really, really do. Thank you once again, and I'll be seeing you again soon. God bless you with good health and much happiness.